Hello, guys. Okay, good. Today I'm going to talk about all the crazy things that came from the mouth of Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's just madness all the time, and I want you guys to really carefully think about this. This is just maddening. I don't understand it, but she comes out with those things, and and you have to understand that when you saw the flood in the Capitol, that Marjorie Taylor Greene almost like was for this even way before when they flooded the Capitol. I want you to look at those videos, and we're gonna talk about more. All right. So listen to this carefully.
A meeting that is expected to decide not only Greene's fate, but also could determine the future of the Republican Party in the United States. Because tonight, the Republican Party is totally at odds over whether it will embrace QAnon conspiracy theories as the core of the party. And rhetoric like this from Marjorie Taylor Greene in 2019 that's just coming to light. Will they embrace this, what's seen in this video, uncovered by Twitter user Zedster?
If we have a sea of people, if we shut down the streets, if we shut down everything, if we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the buildings.
Flood the Capitol, flood the government buildings. We own the buildings. Sounds now so sinister, right? 2019.
This was 2019, guys. She said that. So, and this person is elected in the House of Representatives. So we have to be careful in America that we don't go too crazy. Like with different kind of group of people. And me, I'm trying to be balanced. I'm trying to be fair. There are people on the left also that have said crazy things. I'm not gonna say people on the left did not say crazy things. Like Bernie, a little bit of Bernie with Fidel Castro, I think, but not really Bernie. Ilhan Omar, I would say Ilhan Omar said crazy things about 9/11, but it wasn't as much as this. We cannot say no. If you compare both, what Ilhan Omar said into what compared to what Marjorie Taylor Greene said, it's not the same. Ilhan Omar said like some people did something in 9/11, and then everybody takes anger against me. Yes, she should be more technical and be more compassionate toward that. And she said something about the Jews, they hypnotize. That's kind of like a dog whistle. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie for her just because she's a black woman. I'm not gonna do that. I'm more sophisticated than that. But when you look at this, we cannot say that this is not a fucking elephant. Ilhan Omar is a little mice. The stuff that she said compared to this. Ilhan Omar did not say nobody to flood any capitals. She never said that. You know what I'm saying? So Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, she's out of control. Okay, let's keep watching.
Said, and now here we are. We see what that can bring. Tonight's meeting should be a no-brainer for McCarthy. Greene, of course, has advocated violence against politicians, claimed school shootings were planned just to hurt gun rights, talked about space lasers causing wildfires, and that's not all.
The so-called plane that crashed into the Pentagon. It's odd, there's never any evidence shown for a plane in the Pentagon. There is an Islamic invasion into our government offices right now. Kennedy getting killed in the plane crash. That's another one of those Clinton murders, right?
It should be pretty easy for...
Isn't that crazy? What's going on here? We cannot live in all those conspiracies. There's a conspiracy that the earth is flat. We cannot do this. This is going to be too much for our brain, and we have to calm down a little bit here. So that's the way I feel about this. So let's keep continuing.
McCarthy to say this stuff does not belong anywhere. Never mind in the Republican Party. It certainly does not deserve a plum assignment on the Education Committee, which he had, just given Congresswoman Taylor Greene. But for McCarthy and almost every Republican in the House, their reaction to Greene has been pretty muted or, frankly, flat out non-existent. Senate Republicans, on the other hand, have been much more vocal. Mitt Romney today saying, quote, "Our Big Tent is not large enough to both accommodate conservatives and kooks." Mitch McConnell, quote, "Loony lies and conspiracy theories are cancer for the Republican Party in our country." Senator Cassidy, he said he agreed wholeheartedly with McConnell. Senator Ernst said, quote, "I don't want her as the face of our party." Greene then came out and responded to McConnell today. Statement saying, quote, "The real cancer..."
Okay, so you see, so there are a couple of Republicans that are fighting Green. God bless those guys, but I don't trust McConnell. Mitch McConnell is like an evil guy too, but Mitt Romney is the kind of guy that's like the best we got on the Republican side. I really believe that, and I know some people don't even like to hear about Mitt Romney, but we have to pick the best. And John McCain is dead already. I'm talking about people that are alive. I think he's the best guy out of the group, and he comes out and he says things that are correct, and I have to give him credit for that. Some people, they don't even give credit, for anything, and I'm not like that.
For the Republican Party is weak Republicans who only know how to lose gracefully. This is why we are losing our country. That was her tweet. Now, Trump's refusal to lose gracefully is what led to the insurrection that ended with 5 people dead, including a Capitol Police officer who tonight will lie in honor in the very building he died protecting. Greene's comment that gracefully conceding is a cancer really shook me, because this is what we all try to raise our children to do. Give it your best, leave it all on the table, and then if you lose, be graceful in defeat and stand up and try again. Gracefully conceding is what makes people great. It is actually also what makes American politics so great. It's why we have strong institutions. It's why our power transitions are peaceful. In fact, no presidential candidate in modern U.S. history has refused to concede except Donald Trump. And it's Donald Trump's support for Greene that is behind so many Republicans' silence tonight.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, right here from Northwest Georgia. Oh boy, I don't want to mess with her. No, she's great. This one, I never ever want to have her as my enemy. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Where is she? She is so unbelievable. Also joining us tonight are Georgia representatives. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I love Marjorie.
So we know why the House.
So now he said that he loves Marjorie. He totally loves her. So, that tells you, like those two are of the same mind, conspiracy and crazy stuff, And guys, I'm not blaming the whole Republican Party. I don't think everybody in the Republican side is mad like Marjorie. But it's tough for both sides, because I think I understand what's going on with some Republicans. Not all of them, some of them. The left, a lot of times, come out with a hardcore attack where there's no friendship at all. So when you got that kind of mindset, that makes the right winger become more right wingers, and that increases more people to join their team sometimes, not all the time. But I think right now the Democratic Party is in a good place, because the right wing has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Pot, and I think actually more people might become independent. They might not join the Democratic Party, but they might be independent, because this is too crazy. But I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't like where the country is politically. Let's keep hearing.
GOP sits largely silent on Greene. It isn't just because she's a Republican. It is because she is a Trump Republican. Because the House GOP at this hour actually has absolutely no trouble calling out one of its own. They're meeting tomorrow to discuss Congresswoman Liz Cheney's future. Cheney, third-ranking Republican, they have no problem slamming her all the time because she stood up to Trump's big lie about election fraud and then voted to hold him accountable for the Capitol riot. And so, this is how her fellow Republicans have absolutely no problem publicly talking about her.
How can you even call yourself a representative when you don't represent the will of the people?
I don't think she should be the chair of the Republican conference anymore. The reality is she's not representing the conference. She's not representing the Republican ideals.
She's not representing the Trump Republican ideals.
Now, explain to me this. What's going on with the Republican Party? Why everything has to be about Trump? Liz Cheney is like the most hardcore Republican. She wants to go to war until the end of the world come back. She likes war. She likes no taxes. She likes everything Republicans love. She's the most hardcore Republican, but she just doesn't believe that Trump should be held accountable for the insurrection. And I agree with her. Because if you keep telling people, the election is the fraud, and nobody sees the fraud, and you tell the people go to the Capitol, and then something happened, if it's a lie, you are the problem of it. If it wasn't a lie, let's say you did not lie, and you know that it wasn't a fraud. When you say something is a fraud, and you bring people to the Capitol like that, and you're not sure, because I think Trump knows that it's not sure. Nothing is sure. Nothing is positive. And you did that, and people died. You are the cause of it. You know what I'm saying? So Trump caused it, in a way,
A lot of outrage over Marjorie Taylor Greene in the House. Plenty over Liz Cheney. And it should come as no surprise because the apples on this do not fall far from the Trump tree.
We got to get rid of the weak Congress people, the ones that aren't any good, the Liz Cheneys of the world.
Manu Raju is out front live on Capitol Hill. And Manu, what more are you learning about this meeting that we understand is imminent between McCarthy and Greene tonight?
Yeah, I was actually just standing outside Kevin McCarthy's office. They closed the door in a hallway that door is typically open. This meeting could be actually happening right now as the House is voting. I have talked to a number of other House Republicans, including the number 2 Republican, Steve Scalise, and asked him whether or not he believes that she should be stripped from her committee assignments. She sits on the House Education Committee, also on the House Budget Committee. I said, do you support getting rid of those committee assignments? He would not say. He said that this is a discussion that the Republican conference has to have tomorrow. He said he still wants to have a discussion with Kevin McCarthy. I said, do you have any concerns about Marjorie Taylor Greene's views? And he told me, I've been, quote, very, very vocal about it. I do. That is in reference, apparently, to what he said last summer, raising concerns when it first came to light about her controversial posts on social media, her videos, and things conspiratorial views she said in her alliance with QAnon at that time. Now, since then, Scalise set aside those concerns. He ultimately got behind her, like most other House Republicans did after she won her runoff race. Other Republicans clearly are aligning themselves with her at the moment. Jim Jordan, who is a Republican House member, a very close Trump ally, just told me moments ago he does not support kicking her off of those 2 committees. He believes she should stay on those committees. Jordan himself is waging a battle to try to get Liz Cheney out of her leadership spot. Now, if the Republicans don't move themselves, Aaron, if Kevin McCarthy does not move, then House Democrats plan to do so themselves. They plan to move a resolution to the House floor as soon as Thursday to kick her off those committees. And just moments ago, Aaron, the House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer told me he has some concerns about the precedent that would set if House Republicans in the majority go after one of their members.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly does. It's not the way you want to do it. And it actually feeds into the same feeling of partisanship, which this shouldn't be about, right? This, as you hear McConnell and Romney and Ernst and Cassidy, this one's not partisan.
Also today, Republican Congress.
Okay. So this is the deal, guys. So you see where we are today, right? It's maddening. It's crazy what's going on.
House Minority Leader Kevin.
So so basically that's where we are, guys. So I want you to hear what you guys are saying, and please comment in below. Tell me what you think about Marjorie Taylor Greene or about my video, and please subscribe to the channel. You should see the subscribe button on the bottom. I think the bottom right corner of the screen, and you just click on it. All right, thank you. Have a good day.